What's going on, lads? In today's video, I'm going to show you how to go from Platinum rank to Diamond rank in Reload Zero Build. And in my last video, I went from unranked all the way to Platinum in one single stream, and I also did this grind in a single stream as well, but we're going to do the video a little bit different. I'm going to sit here with you as I play out these matches and give you some tips and tricks, kind of illustrate my mindset and why I play the way I do, so that I can make a grind as easy as possible, because to be honest, most people are playing below their skill level. When it comes to Zero Build in particular, 85% of players are below Diamond rank, but in my opinion, it's really not that hard to get to Diamond rank, and I'll show you why with this gameplay. Comment your current rank down below, and if this video does help you out, be sure to subscribe and use code Sourheart in the item shop to support this channel. It goes way further than you know. Now, my first big tip is to pick a drop that is off center of the map. That means anywhere but tilted towers. And make sure this drop spot has a vending machine so that you can lock in shields right off drop or once you're done loading up. The idea being that after you drop, you'll load up, get your shields, and start patrolling the drop spots that are immediately to your sides, because eventually the circle will pull everyone towards tilted, but you want to get as many eliminations as possible before that happens. And this is actually very important for strategy, because the smarter players are also going to be landing off center. So by taking out these smarter players, you increase your chances of victory and also get the best loot before fighting the tilted tower team.
Can't believe I missed that. I'm so disappointed in myself.
Now, Sports Center isn't an ideal drop in terms of loot, but we still get a couple of eliminations here, and you want to make sure to keep the advantage of height. Notice that I go for the Salty Hill. I try to check this out every game if I can, because it gives you the most visibility over the current reload map.
We can finish this guy quick. Nice, AGGs.
Unfortunately, I overcommit with a bad weapon in this fight and end up getting third-partied, and this illustrates an important point, and that's never be half in and half out. Especially when your teammate is downed, it's always best to go full offense or full defense, and I had the equipment to do both. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to pick the defensive option, and I'll go into the nuances of defensive items further in this video.
I shouldn't have committed when it was missing, when he was closer. That's my bad, bro. That was the moment I actually should have whipped out the mammoth.
In Game 2, I landed at my favorite drop spot on the reload map, that being Snobby Shores. I'll go into the team dynamics of playing Snobby Shores when I actually have a teammate that plays with me, because you'll notice in this match, my teammate splits for a different drop. Now, this is fine for regular lobbies, but you really don't benefit from this in ranked unless you're an absolute pogger god. And because of that, you'll see he dies very quickly and then immediately returns to me, an unnecessary death on his part. And it really just keeps us from aggressing as fast as we possibly can.
Homie's lagging crazy. Homie is lagging so crazy. Wow, that gun is not what I needed there.
We moved to an area that I call Snobby Forest, and I really like this area because it has a good mix of cover and concealment, which really helps if you start getting hit from the hill over to the side, and this definitely happens, and this will teach you an important skill that you have to ingrain in yourself, and that's getting good at assessing your enemy's skill level as fast as you possibly can. With how accurate these other players are, I know that I have to make a different kind of play, so instead of going towards them, I move towards the storm. Now this is always a valid tactic if you have healing items, and it's super valuable in reload mode because everyone's so aggressive in this mode that they're always looking towards the middle of circle. They're never looking behind themselves, and you'll see that I actually pick up 2 extra kills because of the way I played this storm. I like to call this the raptor tactic. If you know Jurassic Park, you know that raptors don't attack from the front, but from the sides. Unfortunately, me and my teammate get stuffed at the hill by tilted towers, and this kind of illustrates a feature of the reload system. If you get eliminated, it's best to just fly away, because trying to contend the same spot gets you caught in a bad loot cycle, and that's ultimately what gets us eliminated here. I end up losing an important rifle trade because I'm holding a common AR, and I guess my teammate didn't have the movement to catch up to me. However, an important part of rank grinding is just keeping a positive mentality, and in this game, we got 26% on platinum, a definite improvement over our last game.
Marvel at my dexterity, bitch. Oh my god, I think he actually... Nope, he's got a better gun. He's got a better gun. Damn it, dying sucks in this mode, bro. And the teammate, all I needed him was next to me. Alright, decent, 26. If we can get someone to actually have our back, we'll get more profit than that.
In the next match, I'm a little short for Snobby Shores, but I do land on a royal chest that gives me a gold P90. And this is definitely huge in the early game, and now we can talk about the significance of defensive items, because you always want to have a defensive item on you. I think it's more important than a movement item, to be honest. And in this moment right here, it definitely saves my life, which me and my teammate end up capitalizing on for a couple of elims. I guess we caught this guy trying to do some cheeky solo play, and unfortunately it did not work for him when he came up against that gold P90.
No way he went to... Oh, I saw his footsteps. I saw his footsteps.
Unfortunately, we played into Snobby Shores. I ended up getting eliminated, and really I just underestimated the skill of this team. However, my teammate was pretty smart and split away, which is the most important thing you can do in Reload when you're down to one man. The respawns are everything, and I feel like players who are stuck at the lower levels are simply forgetting that fact. Just making sure that one of your squad mates stays alive so that you can stay in that round as long as possible is going to give you insane placement points, and that's really what the rank system is balanced around. So after me and my duo pick up some free placement points, we work our way into Tilted, which is actually pretty good to be inside during the mid game if you're low loot. If your team is all occupying one building, you're pretty safe from getting assaulted. Unfortunately for us, Tilted was on the edge of Storm, and this is a very important place to be if you want to be getting those eliminations. Just hitting those moving players with the hammer or snipes while they're trying to get into a safe spot is really gonna benefit you.
Through his bush. Wow. This is why we need to be at Edge of Storm, where chaos is happening, bro.
Unfortunately, for some reason, my teammate decides to split off of one of his reboots and completely abandons Tilted Towers. He gets eliminated and leaves me in a solo situation with no reboots left. And when that happens, you just want to play for as much placement as you possibly can. I'm hanging around in Tilted for a long time, but unfortunately I'm forced to move into Circle against the only duo left in the game, and that's pretty much an impossible situation. But again, we gotta keep a positive mentality. Top 3 in this round, a decent amount of eliminations.
Let's bridge the gap. Yeah, that ain't happening, you see? That's a good squad. That's what happens if your bros play with you, man.
And actually, our highest point total of the grind so far, 45%.
Boom, 45, showing you how much placement works, man.
Now, even though I die pretty early in this next round, top 10, I would actually consider it an ideal game. That's really because I had a talkative, enthusiastic partner. You'll notice I'm communicating with him quite a bit, and we're actually able to make some pretty coordinated pushes, like this one where I go to the left and he goes to the right around the wall.
He's behind this wall, 275. Can you push on the right side? Is it possible? Push up on the right side. Yes. Nice, dude. Oh my god, the shotgun wasn't enough. Here we go. Okay.
And this is huge because a lot of players that are random queuing just aren't communicating, and this will get you the eliminations on them most of the time. Unfortunately, I end up getting eliminated and my teammate overextends while I'm trying to heal, and this lets me introduce a principle that I want y'all to put in your heads, and that is called wait for your mate. It doesn't matter too much when you're fighting lesser skilled players, but once you start fighting the higher skilled players, you're gonna need your duo there, making up the difference with team play.
You gotta give me time. You gotta give your partner time to heal up, bro. I was literally in the middle of popping minis. I hadn't even gotten to my big yet.
However, we got 19% on this game, and that illustrates an important part of the rank system, and that's the point variance on kills. All you really need to know is that elimination values are not flat, and you gain more based on the rank of the people that you eliminate. And that's gonna matter once you see the point total of the next round. Now in the next match, we ended up random queuing with the same exact player.
Sus says, I'm the person you just played with. Hey, nice, bro. You found the channel. Oh, look at that, dude. We actually literally made it in the same game. I told you we'd probably queue up sooner rather than later, bro. Makes sense. It's not like they're rank lobbies. They're not that big, you know.
And this was very good because we got essentially the same match. A very active early game, and fortunately we got Snobby Shores right off drop, which put us in a better position to get these eliminations.
Yeah, stick together. Nice. What? That guy's crazy. Oh. You got him. I didn't have the best angle there anyway. Damn. No, that was a Travis Scott. Bro got way too close. And I don't mess around with Travis Scotts. Travis Scotts are dangerous, man. People here, 220, 220, 220. Come to me, 220. I hit that guy. Good amount. He should really not. Yeah, nice. Yes, yes, yes. Keep pushing him. You got him. You got him. He's right here in the bush. Nice. Yeah, get that. Just pick me up. You're good. Just pick me up in the bush. Even if they tag you, you're full health. You'll be good. They did push my spot. See if you can get a shot there. But yeah, they're over to that right. There I go. I'm over at you. We actually shouldn't have finished him yet. But that's okay. Yeah, if we can keep them... If we can get both downs at once, that's really what we want.
But unfortunately, we got eliminated ourselves in pretty much the same exact spot, though we did place a little bit higher. And this is another lesson in knowing how good enemy players are as fast as you can, because I can tell this duo is pretty intense. I tried to take this right-hand peek with the tac shotgun, and I'm doing pretty big hits, but really not enough to down this guy. And ultimately, it doesn't matter because I got eliminated by the teammate that's behind me.
Disappoint. I don't know. It's just the tac, man. Sometimes it hits big, sometimes it hits little. I was getting 60s there. Wasn't enough. GG's. GG's. You know, just for that, homie, I'm gonna keep auto-queuing, but I'll add you as a friend. I sent you a friend request. I do subscriber squads sometimes, bro, so I recommend subbing to the channel.
And though we placed 6th this time instead of 10th, it was only worth 4% more, which really just means that in the prior match, we were eliminating better players, and it was making up the difference. And this should encourage you to take more difficult fights if you get big damage, if you have that courage within you, because at least in Platinum, I think the risk is worth the reward. But now we're going to spread out a bit in this second half of our grind to diamond. I'm going to get a bit more technical in the play styles and mentalities. And I'm going to drop in some different POIs so you can see that these lessons work universally, no matter where you're choosing to land. In the next round, we try out Dusty Docks, and I would consider this another ideal match. Our teammate was playing with us, we were very talkative, and most importantly, we were covering each other's assets. I didn't get most of the eliminations in this match, but I was doing quite a bit of damage, making sure to keep an eye over my teammate. And if you're random queuing, always keep that in mind. You have a teammate there. You should have their back, and they will have yours as well. Sometimes it's as simple as leading with your markers, or just giving a call out whenever you see someone they don't.
Nice. He just went for the respawn. His homie is on the roof north. He's gonna make his way towards us. He's probably gonna be right above you. Oh, my aim was so wild there. Alright, bad aim. There's no other way to defend that. It was terrible.
This match was definitely cooking up into something big. I could feel that victory royale coming on.
Oof. That P90 shreds, bro.
But unfortunately, we got in a sloppy fight on a hill. We weren't in that 2v1 situation, we got split, and the enemy team knew to capitalize on this and took me out pretty quickly, so we couldn't get that reload.
They're coming up. Let's see what they do. Right side. My snipe. Dude, it demolishes cover. There's no way. Feel so bad for that guy. He's kind of throwing right now. I'm with you. Let me take your place. His homie's coming in. Oh, bad. Bro, he just got headshots with that. No way, I got torn up with the white rifle.
But again, a good game here. 20% is not bad. 9 eliminations total. And not only were we starting to get very close to diamond, but I could feel that we were very close to a win as well.
Shows you the placement, man. Get a lot of elims. On plats too, but the placement matters so much. We gotta be translating that into an end game to really get the 40 and 50%.
In the next round, I try out Pleasant Park, which honestly isn't my favorite drop spot. I think it's too low loot for the amount of people that land there, and that's kind of demonstrated by the fact that we did not get full shield out of 3 houses.
Oh, here we go. And he's down.
So even though me and my teammate pick up a few easy elims, we still have to move towards a vending machine, which gives us another couple of elims. And this fight shows a very important team strategy that I want you guys to ingrain in your head, and it's that sometimes you have to get downed to get the squad wipe. Knowing that I got big damage and that my duo partner has an alternate firing angle, I force my way into this building, knowing that even if I get downed, he will clean up the squad.
He's one hit. Nice, let's go. And you can just res me inside. Hell yeah, yeah, yeah. We don't want to get sniped. We don't want to get sniped.
And especially in reload, that's really the difference maker. You need to get those full squad wipes to make sure that you're safe. Often I'll see people getting in those respawn loops, especially in squad modes, and that's no good if you're trying to win a game. Knowing that there's more players back in Pleasant Park, we turn around and face towards the edge of Storm, and this picks us up another couple of eliminations. And if you're doing heavy damage to people, make sure to chase them down and get those finishes, though I probably don't have to tell you that if you're already in Platinum.
Nice, nice. Help me shoot these guys in the fields. Use that. Put that to use. Other guy coming up. He's tore up. I'm gonna chase. His homie must have gotten back up. Oh, that's a big hit. Oh, he's in his health. He's in his health. Keep chasing if you can. Movement, right? Finally got him. That guy's in his health. I'm going for him. I'm down. You gotta escape. You gotta escape. I'm letting him finish me. Yeah, just stay alive for that reboot. Big play, though. Big play.
To be honest, this default skin was probably my best overall teammate of this grind so far. And he knew all about riding the edge of storm, taking position on the vending machines, and pressing your advantages. But unfortunately, it was one mistake that made all the difference, and it's when we took the same cover position to fire on an enemy. Because ultimately, that made us a more obvious target and much more easy to wipe off the map. I also want to say be careful with those quick scope snipes, because right here, I honestly thought I was going to hit this guy, but the screen jerk when you're getting hit while aiming in is just intense.
Dude, capitalize on this firing up here. Oh my god. Oh, I'm like crash pad glitched, bro. Reboots are down. Right here on top of me. I f***ed up. GG's.
But even then, this was still our best game point-wise. We got 50% here. And I could sense that Victory Royale right on the edge of my fingertips. So we queued in once again. And ironically, the match that I won was the least likely of them all. It violated pretty much all of the principles that I've laid out in this video, and it reinforces on one tactic that I touched on a little bit, but it made all the difference in this Victory Royale. We landed Pleasant Park once again, and this drop was even worse than the last one. Me and my teammate immediately started trading downs, and though we picked up a couple of limbs while doing so, it left us in a pretty low loot situation. The storm pushed us out of Pleasant Park, so we moved for the familiar vending machine at the log cabin, but along the way I saw the chance for a cheeky snipe. And though I got my first elimination of the match, unfortunately, I also lost the ping game.
What the lag on that, bro? That's just absurd, bro. And our boy just wandering the river. My god.
I noticed my teammate was completely split from me and playing kinda odd. So I decided to focus on my own survival and placement. Eventually the log cabin was out of circle and we were playing the storm once again. And paying attention to not only the kill feed, but my overall surroundings, mostly my teammate getting down multiple times while trying to get into the circle. I knew that the best players were doing the whole gatekeeping method that I've explained earlier in this video. And so I just continued to play around Lil Loot Lake. And fortunately, I was getting bandages and med kits, which was keeping me alive through this mid-game. Now what I find odd is that even though the circle is, well, shaped like a circle, most people play battle royales in a straight line. If you'll notice, I'm going around the circle in a curve, making a sort of pinwheel formation, and even once I'm in the circle, I still end up rotating from the western side all the way to the northern side just to stay alive, getting pursued the whole time by these players on the mountain. And again, this is an important lesson to pay attention to your kill feed, because I see a couple names in particular popping up the entire game. And one of those players decides to challenge us once we reach the vending machine. But fortunately, our duo is now playing with us, and we're able to make this a 2v1 with the reboots disabled. And this is probably the most significant elimination of the game. It definitely turned the whole round in our favor. At this point, we move in as slow as possible, letting the other players tap themselves out in the more attractive spot, which is Tilted Towers, and I actually pick up another limb along the way. At this point, I think my duo understands. The most important thing is to just stay alive. And once we actually make it to Tilted Towers, we find the other players in the down bad situation. Just a couple solos facing us as a duo, and though I do the smart play of getting in the building, it's ultimately unnecessary because it's a quick cleanup for that victory royale.
Nice, nice, nice. Hell yeah, bro. Let's go! Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. GG's. We brought it together at the end. Just outside of Diamond. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to go ahead and say that we reached Diamond with this game. Be sure to like and subscribe, comment down below what your current rank is.